Good evening. The time is 9 p.m. U.S. Central Time. This program is coming to you live from Chicago. And in the news at this hour, President Trump held a large indoor rally yesterday in the state of Nevada, flouting COVID-19 precautions in open defiance of state regulations and even his own administration's pandemic health guidelines. Trump hosted his first indoor rally since Tulsa, Oklahoma in June, telling a packed house that the nation was making the last turn in defeating the virus. Trump also said new political ads the Democrats are running against him have given him an excuse to be, quote, really vicious in response. Relatively few in the crowd wore protective face masks, with one notable exception. Those in the stands directly behind Trump, who sat within a few feet of the TV cameras, were told before being seated they must wear face coverings. Historic wildfires have been ravaging California, and the numbers are grim. At least 24 dead, with an astonishing 3.3 million acres burned in less than a month. Across the state, 29 major wildfires are still burning, with more than 16,000 firefighters attempting to contain them. Washington and Oregon have also seen considerable destruction of life and property. Oregon Governor Kate Brown says dozens of people are missing in her state. The dry, windy weather conditions that pose high fire risks may not clear up anytime soon. Smoke from the fires has blown thousands of miles eastward, reaching parts of the Midwest, Canada, and even upstate New York. California Governor Gavin Newsom and Los Angeles Mayor Eric Garcetti have both said the severity of this fire season can be squarely attributed to the climate crisis. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin told CNBC News today that despite what he described as a great rebound, there are clearly some areas of the economy that still need support. He said fear over the national debt should not prevent Congress from passing another stimulus bill. Mnuchin reiterated that he and President Trump are both in favor of more support for the economy, and he singled out hotels, travel, small businesses, and restaurants as sectors that will likely need more government help. One of the main factors in the breakdown in negotiations over the last weeks has been the price tag. Democrats, led by House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, have pushed for more broad spending, while the White House and congressional Republicans, wary of running up the debt, pushed for a more modest and targeted bill. Mnuchin pushed back against his own party's conservative position, saying that now is not the time to worry about the deficits. Mary Trump spoke with MSNBC's The Beat program, hosted by Ari Melber over the weekend, concerning her views of President Donald Trump, his family upbringing and motivating psychology, and why she believes racism is so central to his worldview. Ms. Trump told Melber that her uncle is beyond any reckoning and uses racism, hate, and lies in any fashion that suit his purposes. Here is our nightly coronavirus update. Despite President Trump's claims that the nation is rounding a corner in the coronavirus fight, Dr. Anthony Fauci says we are nowhere near that point. U.S. cases just surpassed 6.5 million, and some schools are becoming petri dishes for the disease. Meanwhile, a federal health official says some Trump-appointed managers at the Department of Health and Human Services pushed to change the language of regular weekly public health reports to paint a more rosy picture so as not to undermine Trump's political message. In France, health authorities reported over 10,000 new COVID-19 cases in the past 24 hours, a new daily record as the number topped 10,000 for the first time. In the UK, the clinical trial phase for a vaccine being developed by AstraZeneca Pharmaceutical Company has resumed following confirmation by the British Health Authority that it was safe to do so. Clinical trials were temporarily suspended this week due to the illness of one study volunteer. Of the more than 28.5 million people around the world who have been diagnosed with the virus, nearly 916,000 have died, while about 19.2 million persons have recovered, with the remainder still listed as ill. Here are the current virus numbers from Johns Hopkins University Medical Center. Total cases now in the United States, 6,546,000. That is up by approximately 115,000 from Friday's number. The death toll now stands at just over 194,000, an increase of about 1,800 over Friday's estimate. Sally has been upgraded to a Category 1 hurricane. More details about that in our weather report coming up next.
Planning a trip to visit family? Leaving your home increases your chances of getting and spreading COVID-19. Some state or local governments are issuing orders and guidance, such as stay at home or shelter in place. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recommends you stay home except to get groceries, medications, or other essentials. If you must travel, follow the state or local guidance where you are, along your route, and at your destination. For more information, visit cdc.gov.
9:06 p.m. On Wall Street today, moderate upward movement on all three major indexes. Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 328 to close at 27,993. NASDAQ up 203 points to finish at 11,057. And the S&P 500 closed at 3,384. That's plus 43 points. Now the weather report. Hurricane Paulette has veered away from Bermuda and is on a northeasterly coast, taking it out to sea. Additional tropical storms are in the picture. Vicky is expected to weaken overnight, while Teddy is expected to strengthen to hurricane status by tomorrow, although still too early to make any firm predictions on its path. The most immediate concern is Hurricane Sally, which has been upgraded twice today, this morning to Category 1, the low end of the hurricane scale, and now in the past few hours, Category 2. The National Hurricane Center says the storm could reach Category 3 by the time it runs aground. Maximum sustained winds are currently registering at 100 miles per hour. Sally is moving toward the west-northwest at about 7 miles per hour, which puts it on a collision course with the U.S. Gulf Coast, the current forecast being somewhere in the area of southeastern Louisiana or southern Mississippi as the likely point of landfall sometime tomorrow night. The outer bands of the storm are now beginning to hit the Florida Panhandle, Mississippi, and Alabama coastlines with heavy rain, wind, and rising surf. For Chicagoland, tonight mostly clear with a low around 58. Tomorrow, Tuesday, sunny with a high at or near 80. Tomorrow night, clear skies continuing, pleasant, overnight low of 60. And looks like a nice day coming on Wednesday, too, sunny and 83. Our current conditions, mostly cloudy, 69 degrees at Midway Airport, 68 at the lakefront, relative humidity 59%, east winds at 8 miles per hour. AccuWeather radar is clear for miles and miles in all directions. The time is 9:09 p.m. U.S. Central Time. And once again, here at Radio City, we have 68 delectable degrees.
Live from Chicago, Variety Broadcast presents Radio Classics. Now, here's your host, Tom Edwards.
Come on, shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer. Come on, shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer. Shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer. Feel the rhythm
1, 2, 3, Kick, Miami Sound Machine with Gloria Estefan. Starting us off with a nice number on Radio Classics, 13 minutes after 9 o'clock. We have the Master of Disguise with us tonight, good friend Mike. Tonight he is dressed in Russian costume and sporting the screen name Vladimir P. Gee, who is that supposed to represent, I wonder? And he opens up by saying on the chat board that he is all finished with work. He's going to relax now and enjoy some mindless entertainment. I got a line for you from the movie The Life of Brian, the Monty Python crowd. He's a very naughty boy. Indeed you are. Who are some of these characters, by the way, who are on your chat board, your Facebook chat board? I held my fire because I don't want to turn anybody else's page into a battleground. But on the other hand, I did let rip a little bit because I noticed that they were not listed as friends of yours. You know, you can control that in your Facebook settings. You don't have to let crazy Trumpaloons come in and stomp all over your page with crazy remarks. You can tighten up your security settings, but well, anyway, like I say, I didn't want to turn the page into a battleground, but since they were not listed on your friends roster, at least not that I could see, I hope I didn't make an error on that, but I hit a couple of them in between the eyes. They've all got this right-wing talking point now. It's all over cyberspace that the one who's mostly to blame in this whole business of Trump confessing on recording tape. It's not really tape anymore, but you know what I mean. Trump confessing on tape to having played down the coronavirus, that this is somehow the fault of Bob Woodward. He should have, to use Trump's own words, he should have reported it to the authorities sooner if he thought I was so terrible. Who does Trump think the authorities are? At the point I've been making, the illustration I've been making, is this is like a pyromaniac setting fire to an apartment building and then blaming one of the tenants for not having reported it to the fire department fast enough. And the pyromaniac doesn't seem to grasp the fact that he's the fire chief. Report it to the authorities. The man is not hitting on all 8 cylinders. He's not rowing with both oars in the water. Porch light on, but ain't nobody home. A few sandwiches shy of a picnic. Or one of my favorites, I think I originated this one in our modern day of the computer age. He is a few gigabytes shy of a hard drive. Today is the 14th of September. Welcome to it. If you're keeping track of these things, according to NationalDayCalendar.com, today is National Coloring Day. That explains the large Binion Smith truck that was parked outside the White House earlier this afternoon. We'll get our trivia game started in just a minute. Don't go away. First of all, this word from the Aunt Martha Salad Dressing Company.
Good afternoon, homemakers. I am Mary Margaret McMurtz, and today I have a wonderful surprise for you. For years, only a few close friends and relatives knew the thrill of eating salad made with Aunt Martha's old-fashioned salad dressing. But Aunt Martha, sweet, lovable, kind old lady that she is, has finally consented to let the world in on her secret. And today, you can buy a quart of real, honest-to-goodness, genuine Aunt Martha's old-fashioned salad dressing for only 40 cents a quart. Simply call Circle 72099 or write to 623 East 6th and place your order. Until tomorrow, goodbye then.
That number again, friends, for Aunt Martha's old-fashioned salad dressing, Circle 72099. Call today. All right, my assistant, my trusty sound engineer, my secretary, my partner in crime, Mr. J. Cat Rockefeller, has jumped up on the cushion next to the broadcasting console and decided he wants to take a nap. That's a good boy. But please get off the trivia questions. Give me those. Okay, now we're in business. Good boy. Okay. Here's our world-famous trivia game. All right, we have the best, I mean the very best game show contestants since the old What's My Line program with John Daly. We've got the best players in all of cyberspace. That's you, and I'm glad you're here. This is how we do it. We play for Monopoly money. We give away varying amounts depending on the severity of the question, and then whoever has the most Monopoly dollars saved up by the end of the broadcast wins a beautiful, fabulously expensive grand prize tonight. We are giving away the first of the Big Blue properties, Park Place. That will look beautiful in your real estate portfolio. Now remember, please, no search engines on the honor system, no Google or Bing or Alexa or Siri or any of that jazz. Be careful about multi-part questions. We do those from time to time. And if it is a multi-part question, please make sure you answer all parts. Otherwise, we can't count your entry. You ready? All right, ladies and gentlemen, start your engines. Here comes our first trivia question of the night. And $25. Movies, the category. This 1974 film was one of the Master of Disasters creations. Irwin Allen, producer. The stars were Steve McQueen, Paul Newman, William Holden, Faye Dunaway, and a dozen other big Hollywood names. It's a tall tale about a tall building catching fire. Name the movie. All right. $25 question. Movies, the category. And it's a 1974 film, one of Irwin Allen's masterpieces, starring Steve McQueen, Paul Newman, Bill Holden, Faye Dunaway, and multiple other big-name Hollywood stars. Tall tale about a tall building catching fire. Tell me the name of the movie. First correct answer is on the board with 25 Monopoly dollars. Here's a goodie, a nice instrumental from 1972. You remember Barry White and the Love Unlimited Orchestra? 9:21 p.m. at Radio Classics. Some good memories brought back by that one. Early 1970s. Barry White and the Love Unlimited Orchestra. We have a winner in round one of Trivia. In fact, we have a contestant who decided he's going to phrase his answers like Jeopardy tonight. Who was the original host of Jeopardy for 50 cents? This is not a real Monopoly question, a real trivia question. That's right. It was Art Fleming. Wasn't that right? Yeah, Art Fleming. Anyway, you made me think of Art Fleming when you phrased your movie question in question form. Who is or what is the Towering Inferno? I've gone around the block to get next door. All I wanted to do was say we have a winner on question one. Audience, a round of applause for Mike. Good job. Did you follow all of that? We took a little detour, but we got there. All right, Mike is the first one on the board tonight with $25. We'll have another question coming your way in just a moment. Stay tuned.
Snap, what a happy sound. Snap is the happiest sound I've found. You may clap, rap, tap, slap, but snap makes the world go round. Snap, crackle, pop, Rice Krispies. I say it's crackle, the crispy sound. You gotta have crackle or the clock's not wound. Geese cackle, feathers tickle, bells buckle, beats pickle, but crackle makes the world go round. Snap, crackle, pop, Rice Krispies. I insist that pop's the sound. The best is missed unless pop's around. You can't stop hopping when the cereal's popping. Pop makes the world go round. Snap, crackle, pop, Rice Krispies. Let's go for Kellogg's Rice Krispies. Snap, it's crackle, what a happy sound. You gotta have crackle or the clock's not bound. You can't stop hopping when the cereal's popping. Snap, crackle, pop makes the world go round.
Excellent suggestion. Susan says we should make some Rice Krispie treats since we've got the Rice Krispies going. I like it. 9:26 p.m. Here comes question number 2. Round and round goes the old machine, and into my hot little hands comes question number 2. Sweets and treats, coincidentally enough. He said he got hooked on these when he used them as a crutch to quit smoking. He kept a jar of them on his Oval Office desk and one on the conference table in the cabinet meeting room. What was Ronald Reagan's favorite candy? And what we need here is the specific brand name. All right, the trademark name. $20 sweets and treats. He said he got hooked on these when he used them as a crutch to quit smoking, and he kept a jar of them on his Oval Office desk and one on the conference table in the cabinet meeting room. We're looking for a brand name. Tell us Ronald Reagan's favorite candy. First correct answer on the board wins $20. Give it a shot, and good luck.
I remember to this day the bright red Georgia clay, how it stuck to the tires after the summer rain. Willpower made that old car go. A woman's mind told me that's so. Oh, how I wish we were back on the road again.
There we have Lobo. There's a cute little piece of pop music from the 70s. Me and you and a dog named Boo. What do you think of that? Uh-oh. Somebody is not amused about the dog songs. Okay, 9:30 in the evening. We have a trivia winner. I'll tell you about it after we do.
Word of the day.
Ding! Thank you, Robot Lady. All right, here is the Merriam-Webster word of the day from the dictionary people at m-w.com. Docile is the word. D-O-C-I-L-E. Definition 1, easily taught. Definition 2, easily led or managed. Tractable. Docile comes from the Latin word docere, which means to teach. We get similar words from the same root, such as doctrine and document. Puppies are a lot more docile than kittens when it comes to teaching obedience. How well I know. That is our word of the day from m-w.com, the good dictionary people at Merriam-Webster. More trivia coming right up.
What's this stuff? Some cereal. It's supposed to be good for you. Did you try it? I'm not gonna try it. You try it. I'm not gonna try it. Let's get Mikey. Yeah. He won't eat it. He hates everything. He likes it. Hey, Mikey.
When you bring life home, don't tell the kids it's one of those nutritional cereals you've been trying to get them to eat. You're the only one who has to know.
Let's get Mikey. He'll eat anything, including Jelly Bellies. $20 win. Mike racks up win number 2 on the great trivia game. $45 now is his total. The sole entrant on the board. Our other ladies out in the panel have some catching up to do. All right, let's get right to it. Here comes question number 3. And it's Name That Tune time. Good, my favorite. $20 on the barrel. This is probably going to be an easy one of those occasions when it's just a race to the keyboard to see who can type it fastest. I can give you a couple of little hints here. Singer and composer, one of the big names in the business. This was a number 1 hit for 5 weeks in the year 1971. Now, as always with Name That Tune, remember we need 2-part answer from you, singer and song. Please include both. Crank up your volume just a little bit. Listen carefully. Here comes your audio clue.
Name that tune.
Though we really did try to make it, something inside has died
And now, here's more of Radio Classics with your host, Tom Edwards.
Wrapped around each other, trying so hard to stay warm. That first cold winter together, lying in each other's arms, watching those old movies, falling in love so desperately. Honey, I was your hero, and you were my leading lady. We had it all, just like Bogey and Bacall, starring in our own late, late show, sailing away to Key Largo. Here's looking at you, kid, missing all the things we did. We can find it once again. How long? Just like they did in Key Largo. Honey, can't you remember? We played all the parts, that sweet scene of surrender, when you gave me your heart. Please say you will play it again, 'cause I love you still. Maybe this can't be the end. We had it all, just like Bogey and the car, starring in our own late, late show, sailing away to Key Largo. Here's looking at you, kid, missing all the things we did. We can find it once again, I know, just like they did in Key Largo. We had it all, just like Bogey and the car.
Ah, that's a goodie. That's one of those that just instantly transports me back in time. You know, you sort of remember, if not exactly what you were doing, at least the general ambiance. Early 1980s, working at a radio station that played that one quite frequently. In fact, Bertie Higgins, 9:37 p.m. Let's see now. We have a motion on the board in our little meeting room that we should change the score on the sweet treat category. Mike confesses that he piggybacked on Susan's answer because she said jelly beans, and then that made him remember it was jelly bellies. So if you guys want to settle that amongst yourselves and decide to, trade places or offer up the $20 prize, why, that's fine with me. Just vote on it and say aye or nay, and we'll certainly change the scoreboard. But in the meantime, the more immediate question is Name That Tune, and we have a winner on that one. I'll tell you about it in just a moment.
If you've got the time, we've got the beer, Miller beer. Miller tastes too good to hurry through, but when it's time to relax, Miller stands clear, beer after beer. If you've got the time, you've got the time, we've got the beer. Miller.
All right, congrats from audience to Carlotta on this round. A $20 win. Carlotta hit the Name That Tune question correctly. Carole King, It's Too Late, Baby. Let's play that one as soon as I can reach over and find the right button. There we go, 9:38 in the evening. Radio Classics, the lovely voice of a lovely singer, Miss Carole King.
Stayed in bed all morning just to pass the time. There's something wrong here, there can be no denying. One of us is changing, or maybe we just stopped trying. And it's too late, baby, now it's too late. Though we really did try to make it. Something inside has died, and I can't hide, and I just can't fake it. Oh, no, 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 no. It used to be so easy living here with you. You were light and breezy, and I knew just what to do. Now you look so unhappy, and I feel like a fool. And it's too late, baby, now it's too late. Though we really did try to make it. Something inside has died, and I can't hide, and I just can't fake it. be good times again for me and you. But we just can't stay together, don't you feel it too? Still, I'm glad for what we had and how I once loved you. But it's too late, baby, now it's too late. Though we really did try to make it. Something inside has died and I can't hide and I just can't fake it. Oh, no, 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 it's too late, now, darling, it's too late.
Radio Classics, bringing you the talents of Carole King. I think I may have mentioned this to you before, but if you want a real treat for your ears and eyes, what are the annual awards that they give at the White House? Is that the Kennedy Center Awards? Carole King was one of the honorees, and you know, even though she did record the song, her recording, her version of it wasn't the biggest hit, but she wrote the song, you know, You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman. I believe the big hit was by Aretha Franklin. And then as a surprise to Carole King at the award ceremony, they had Aretha come out and play it live. And Aretha Franklin came out with a full-length, long train fur coat, almost like something Liberace would wear, and sat down at the piano and played this and brought the house down. Just a magnificent performance. And Carole King was so pleased and so tickled. She was speechless. And it brought a lot of tears to the eyes in the audience because it was such a nice sentimental moment. And a good thing to remember Aretha Franklin by, because of course she's gone now. But look that up sometime on YouTube. If you'll punch in Carole King, Aretha Franklin, that should be enough to bring it up. All right, well, since we're swinging down memory lane here, let's go full tilt and bring up the opening theme from our This Date in History page, the 14th of September, as we look back in time. Excuse me, I'm having one of those dry throat nights, my allergies. On this date in 1814, Francis Scott Key wrote a poem which was later set to music and in 1931 became America's national anthem, and that, of course, is the Star-Spangled Banner. The poem had the original title, The Defense of Fort McHenry. 1931. Now that I didn't realize. I didn't realize that it became the national anthem that late in the game. On this date in 1812, Napoleon entered Moscow 1 week after winning a bloody victory over the Russian army at the Battle of Borodino. 1901, U.S. President William McKinley died after having been shot by an assassin 8 days earlier as he was touring the Pan American Exposition in New York City. 1982, Princess Grace of Monaco, the American-born former film star Grace Kelly, died at the age of 52 from injuries suffered after her car plunged off a mountain road near Monte Carlo. 1982 seems so long ago. 1959, on this date, a Soviet rocket probe crashed onto the moon's surface, becoming the first man-made object sent from Earth to reach the lunar surface. 1927, on this date, another bad traffic accident. This was the date dancer Isadora Duncan was strangled to death in Nice, France, when the enormous silk scarf she was wearing flew backward and became tangled in the rear hubcaps of her convertible car. Famous birthdays today. You remember the Lone Ranger? Cloud of Dust with the Speed of Light and a Hearty Hi-Ho Silver, The Lone Ranger, Away. Clayton Moore, the actor who played him, was born in Chicago on this date, 1914. Walter Koenig, best known for his portrayal of Mr. Chekhov in Star Trek, he is celebrating number 84 today. Singer, dancer, actress Joey Heatherton, number 76. Amy Winehouse, British singer, is celebrating 37 candles on the cake. And actor Sam Neill, known for such roles as movies in Jurassic Park, Dead Calm, and The Piano, he is celebrating today, number 73. Back in just a moment with, round 1, 2, 3, 4 of trivia. Don't go away.
Do you know exactly how to read an Oreo? Well, to do it, you unscrew it very fast. 'Cause a kid will eat the middle of an Oreo first and save the chocolate cookie outside's for last.
See, there's so much frosty cream between.
Aren't Oreo kids lucky? Aren't Oreo mothers wonderful?
'Cause a kid will eat the middle of an Oreo first and save the chocolate cookie outside's for last.
There's a sweets and treats question for future reference. Now, let's see, 9:47 p.m. Our scoreboard looks like this. After adjusting the previous question, putting the winnings into Susan's column, we have Mike on the board with 25, and then Carlotta and Susan are tied in second place for 20. Here we go with question number 4. A TV trivia question this time. $25 value. This was a comedy hit for CBS television running for 6 seasons, 1993 to 1999. Miss Fine finally, at long last, was able to land the man of her dreams, her employer, Mr. Sheffield. What was the name of this cute romantic comedy television show? $25 TV trivia, 1993 through 1999 on CBS. Miss Fine finally, at long last, was able to land the man of her dreams, her employer, Mr. Sheffield. What was the name of that very cute TV romantic comedy? Give that one a shot, and meantime we'll enjoy the music of Sammy Davis on Radio Classics.
What kind of fool am I who never fell in love? It seems that I'm the only one that I have been thinking of. What kind of man is this? An empty shell, a lonely cell in which an empty heart must dwell. What kind of lips are these that lied with every kiss, that whispered empty words of love, that left me alone like this? Why can't I fall in love like any other man? And maybe then I'll know what kind of fool I am. What kind of clown am I do I know of life? Why can't I cast away this mask of play and live my life? Why can't I fall in love like any other man? And maybe then I'll know what kind of fool I am.
Oh my goodness, another one of those episodes where I had the microphone accidentally shut off, and it's a shame because I was going on to a long rhapsody about the Rat Pack and Sammy Davis being probably the best singer of the bunch, which is liable to start a fight if we have any fans of the Rat Pack. But, you know, if you want to judge as far as a really serious singing voice, I think Sammy was the best. As far as stylist, I would say Dean Martin was the one. Now, Frank Sinatra had a very good stage presence. He was an excellent entertainer. And he did, after all, describe himself as just an old saloon singer. I thought Frank's biggest strength was as an actor. I thought he was a very good actor, but just middling as a singer. So Sammy was my favorite as far as the Rat Pack. If you really want to be, you know, focusing on serious voice, I thought he was far and away the best. Anyway, let's see, where are we? 9:54 p.m. Did we have a question? Oh, yeah, we got a question in progress. I'll come back and tell you about that in just a minute.
Come alive. Come alive. You're in the Pepsi generation. Drink light, drink great, drink right, up to date.
Young taste, young drive, young pace. Come alive.
Come alive. Come alive. You're in the Pepsi generation.
You get a real cold welcome with sparkling cold Pepsi-Cola. The one with a taste. Big, bold, beautiful taste that gives your thirst a dousing. Gives you an inviting lift every time. Come on, treat your thirst to a Pepsi. A whole generation does.
Come alive. You're in the Pepsi generation. You're in the Pepsi generation.
See, it's his fault. Yeah, he was sitting on the microphone switch, and I was trying to talk. All right, 9:55 p.m., $25. Let's see, who won that one? Mike hit that round. Okay, 25 TV trivia goes to Mike. The Nanny was the TV show we were looking for. Good job. Fran Drescher. Oh, Mr. Sheffield. Yes, as Susan pointed out, she always talked through her nose. It was a cute show, though, wasn't it? All right, I think we got about time for one more final question. Let's get right to it. Here we go. Movies. $25. Okay. Tom Cruise mixing a martini in 1988. That's an easy one. Name the film. $25. Movies, the category. Tom Cruise mixing a martini in 1988. Tell me the name of the film for 25 Monopoly dollars.
It's like a diamond ring, it's a precious thing, and we never want to lose it. It's like a favorite song that we love to sing. Every time we hear the music, and we're in this love together, we got the kind that lasts forever. We're in this love together, and like berries on the vine, it gets sweeter all the time. It's like a rainy night and candlelight, and ooh, it's so romantic. We got the whole thing working out so right, yes. And it's just the way we planned it. Tell you, we're in this love together. We got the kind that lasts forever. Don't you know that we're in this love together? And like berries on the vine, it gets sweeter all the time. We got the kind that lasts forever. We're in this love together. We got a kind that will last forever and evermore. Don't you know we're in this love together? We got the kind that will last forever. Together, we're going to find that love that's open up the door. Hey, hey, yeah. Don't you know that we're in this love together? We got the kind that brings to mind a favorite song.
Sink or swim, we're in this love together. Al Jarreau on Radio Classics. Well, that's a last record for the night. It's 10 o'clock, so time for me to head on out of here. But as always, I've enjoyed it, and I do thank you for tuning in. Maestro, could we have the closing theme song, if you please? And a 1, and a 2. All right, now let's settle up the trivia game. The last question, movies, $25 question. That goes to Mike. The answer was Cocktail, with Tom Cruise in the starring role on that one. So our final scoreboard looks like this. Carlotta and Susan tied with $20 apiece, and Mike pulled out far out of the gate with that last one, pulled ahead with $75. So that's good enough for the win tonight, the grand prize. We'll put that on the board in just a moment. Nice round of applause for all our contestants. You've done good. And second place winners tonight will be receiving a gift certificate from the world famous Spiegel catalog, Chicago 7, Illinois. Thank you, Johnny Olson. And Park Place was our big blue prize tonight, so Mike wins that. And we'll put that on the board right now. Okay, good job. If you notice, we have push buttons now on the website where you can share on Facebook. I would appreciate it if you would do that. Just click the button and you know how it goes. It'll pop up on your Facebook page and you can say wonderful things about the show and recommend it to your friends. Or if you want to tell somebody in person, that works too. Just tell them to tune in on whatever internet device they are using to tomedwards.info. That is tomedwards.info. And brought to you by Nabisco. All right. And last and certainly not least, please wear your mask for any errands when you're out and about. Listen to the medical experts. Keep yourself safe. Don't listen to the crazy man in the Oval Office. Tom Edwards and Mr. J. Cat Rockefeller signing off. All the best to you. I'll talk to you tomorrow night.